We want to start a little bit to discuss halachot of Shabbat. A little, every day, a little bit more at a time. Deal with the halachot of Muktze. Muktze, by definition, means something that has been set aside, that is not in a person's mind, it has been cast out of a person's mindset. And the prohibition of Muktze, of handling Muktze, is a rabbinic institution. It's not from the Torah, it's not something that is included in the 39 melachot, but it is something that the Chachamim prohibited. Why did the Chachamim prohibit handling certain items on Shabbat? So there's various reasons given. The Rambam gives a very basic reason, a very encompassing reason you could call it, and that is because Shabbat is not a weekday. The whole difference of Chol means mundane, and Shabbat means holy. And part of what the Chachamim wanted is to create an aura of holiness. And holiness can only be created when a person is distant from a lot of the objects that are not really necessary for the sanctity of Shabbat. And if the Chachamim would have allowed a person to just say, listen, there's 39 melachot, I just will be careful not to violate them, and I'll be able to handle all these things, then he'll end up nullifying the holiness of Shabbat. He's going to say, you know what, I have this garage, I want to make sure that all of my tools are in the right place. I'll take Shabbat as a great opportunity to move around my tools and to take this from here and move that to there, and then great, I'll spend the whole entire Shabbat fixing the garage. And that's not the intent of Shabbat, is not just to be an extended weekend. It's a day of holiness. And therefore the Chachamim prohibited handling certain items on account of that. Or he might go to his backyard and say, okay, great, I'm going to take this whole pile of stone and I'm going to move them to another location. And you'll spend the entire Shabbat, and that's taking away, it detracts from the holiness of the Shabbat. So this is the reason that Rambam gives. The Ravad gives a separate reason. He says because of the fact that if you come to handle certain things, you might come to take them and carry them in the public domain. Other reasons are given that if you're handling certain things, you might end up doing work with them and violate melachot. But that is the basic reason that the Rambam gives, and it is a very integral reason. But that means that the prohibition of Muktze is a rabbinic prohibition and not a Torah violation. And we'll see, based on the fact that it's a rabbinic violation, the various rules and regulations that the Chachamim imposed and put in place, rules and exceptions to the laws of Muktze. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.